So, of course, we all know that you are the absolute perfect student. Loads of ideas and lots of things to contribute to your group. But we've all been there, haven't we? We've been set a group work task, you come together, probably very pleased that you're going to work with your friends, and then it quickly goes very, very wrong. Teams can be quite hard to understand. They're best thought as wheels in a machine. Each wheel is equally important. If you take out one of these wheels, your machine doesn't work properly. This is when frustrations come in and your team starts to collapse. So we're going to give you some help with how to build a proper team. First of all, there are three main team roles. Have a think. Are you a thinker? Are you a people person? Or are you an action person? Stop this video. Stop, think, observe, and then proceed. You might want to ask your friends what type of person they think you are, and you might like to tell people what sort of person you think you are, and then ask them if they think you are correct. Stop, think, observe, and then proceed. Pause the video. So the first group we will look at is teamwork skills. The teamwork can be broken down into three separate skills that are similar and linked to each other, but each one is different. You might be an investigator. Investigators are enthusiastic and like communicating their ideas with people. But investigators do have weaknesses. They can start off really over-optimistic and then quickly lose interest, particularly if people do not share their ideas. Another team person is the coordinator. If you're a coordinator, you are a very good talent spotter. You make jobs very clear and you're good at delegating. But let's face it, as a coordinator, sometimes you can be a little bit bossy. You might be the team worker. In one way, of course, you're all team workers, but team worker is a specific role. Your role is probably one of the most difficult. You are there to prevent arguments, listen to others, and preferably see problems before they arise. However, because you want to make sure everybody is happy, you're not always very good at making quick decisions. You might be an action person, very impatient. You like to get things done and done quickly. One type of action person is the shaper. They like working under pressure and they can overcome problems very quickly. The problem with a shaper is because they do like to move very quickly, they can upset people. Another type of person is a monitor. As a monitor, you can see lots of options. You're good at judging situations and you're very good with long-term plans. Problem with the monitor is you can be very critical and people are demotivated by this. Hasta la vista. You might be the Terminator. You really like detail and you're particularly good at working at the end of the project when there are tight deadlines. But also remember, within your project there will also be mini deadlines. Then you might be a thinker. There are three types of thinker. First of all, there's the implementer. You're practical, reliable, and efficient. Problem is, as a thinker though, your ideas can be very set, so you do not like change once a plan. Do not like making change once a plan has been agreed to. You might be a plant. You're the ideas person, the creative and thinker one. But the problem is, sometimes you may have too many ideas. You ignore detail, and you're too busy to communicate. Even worse, sometimes some of your good ideas can be overshadowed by your bad ideas. And the final type of person is the nerder. You're single-minded, you like working alone, and you know lots of stuff. Very likely you're a highly valued member of the team. You're the go-to person if there are difficult questions. However, you can get obsessed with detail and you cannot always see the bigger picture. Each person is likely to be a mixture of 3, 4, or perhaps all of these job roles. But remember, You may think you're perfect, but I'm afraid you're not. Nobody's perfect. You can't have the perfect person, but you can have the perfect team.